So let's go back and discover or rediscover Fotospeed Platinum Cotton. Well, hello and welcome to this Fotospeed video with me, Tim Jones. Today what I'm going to be looking at is the amazing Platinum Cotton. Now, this is following on from my video looking at Platinum Baryta to start with, and then also the smooth cotton paper. Now, Platinum Cotton is the, say, brother paper, sister paper to smooth cotton, because it is 100% cotton paper, beautiful and smooth, but also it contains no OBAs. So where smooth cotton contains kind of a small amount of OBAs to kind of boost the white point of the paper up a little bit higher, so Platinum Cotton doesn't have any optical brighteners in the paper, so it has this slightly natural kind of look, a slightly warmer look to it. Now, as always with these videos, I've kept the same set of pictures, interchanged a couple, but kept the core ones so we can have a compare between the Baryta and smooth cotton a little bit later in the video. So before we dive in to look at this amazing paper, a little bit of housekeeping as always. Please don't forget to subscribe to the Fotospeed YouTube channel. So also don't forget to subscribe to the Fotospeed newsletter to keep up to date with all the latest news from us here at Fotospeed, and also for exclusive discounts like on the Platinum Cotton this week as well. So just head over to photospeed.com and sign up to our newsletter. Also, don't forget to download the Fotospeed Art of Printing, the free ebook from us here at Fotospeed, covering everything from turning your printer on to framing to mounting to colour management and absolutely everything in between. So well worth downloading and having a read if you're looking to get into printing or want a little bit of a refresher. Okay, so now I've got that out of the way, let's dive in to Platinum Cotton. Okay, so like I said, we're going to look at Platinum Cotton today, and I've kept a few of the same kind of pictures and kind of what different subjects and things. So it is a paper, I have to say, that can kind of do a little bit of everything. I mean, I've got an amazing street picture here that it's done really well. Then we've also got black and white portraiture, we've got wildlife, landscapes, kind of colourful street scenes, colourful portraits, etc. So it kind of does a bit of everything, but it is a slightly warmer paper. So it does work really, really well with perhaps kind of a golden hour shot or something that you could add a little bit of warmth to. So let's start off by looking at a couple of these pictures with a little bit of warmth and add a little bit of something to it. Okay, so the first pictures I wanted to look at are kind of the Platinum Cotton kind of stock kind of pictures. Something with a little bit of warmth, like the orange in this street scene here. And then also something with a yellow in. So again, something with a bit of warmth in here. What Platinum Cotton has done to this picture is it just emphasized and warmed up the picture just very, very slightly. And then in this scene, it has kept all the lovely detail. We've got this nice shadow detail in here. We've kept this lovely sharpness to the picture, but it's just added a little bit of warmth to it. Now, if I just take this one away for a second, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the comparison between the Platinum Cotton and the smooth cotton. So I've got the Platinum Cotton on this side here, and I've got the smooth cotton here. Now, it is a very, very subtle difference. However, I would say the smooth cotton, which is this one here, does have a very slight bit more punch to it. The contrast is a little bit more on this one. And all I've done is change the paper. I've used a custom profile on both. So I've used the Platinum Cotton profile and the smooth cotton profile, etc. But all I've done is change the paper. Now again, I've talked about this in the previous videos, if you've watched those, about how a paper can be a very subtle editing tool. and it can allow us to do that without moving that slider in Photoshop, just by very simply changing the paper type from smooth cotton to platinum cotton. We just get a little bit of softness, very slight, or a little decrease in contrast, I think. That's what it mainly is. That's just that little decrease in contrast. But beautiful. They both look amazing. I mean, if I just bring in the Baryta picture as well here. So I'm going to put Baryta in the middle so actually we can compare them a little bit better. So this is the Baryta here, and I've got platinum cotton and smooth cotton. Now, the Baryta is a lot more punchy. Then I think we've got the smooth cotton, then just a little bit, I want to say flatter, but that kind of, I don't like the negativity associated with the flatness, but it's just kind of brought it down very, very slightly. I don't dislike it. I'd probably go for smooth cotton if it was me. However, platinum cotton has exaggerated the warmer parts of the picture as well, so it just pops off the page. And that's just basically down to that white point of the paper. So let me just bring back in this kind of wildlife shot I've got here, this owl. With whites, it's just added a tiny little bit of warmth in here. Now, it works perfectly with subjects like this because it holds the sharpness. It also holds gradients really nicely as well. It is a completely smooth paper, very much like the smooth cotton. It does a very just tiniest, absolute tiniest, probably tiny little bit of texture to the paper, the tiniest little bit more than say the smooth cotton, but lovely heavyweight paper, that 305 grams, beautiful, 100% cotton, just feels beautiful in your hand. Now, the smooth cotton is Joe Cornish's signature paper, but he also uses the platinum cotton probably most of the time now, just because of that no OBA content in the paper. And his latest exhibition that was printed at Fountains Abbey was all printed on platinum cotton and was absolutely stunning and looked beautiful if any of you saw that. But because it's a warmer paper, it doesn't just do colour. It can do black and white really, really well as well. So let me just put those to one side a second. Now I've got these two pictures here, and you've probably seen this one in the previous videos I've done, and I've got some comparisons over here to the right hand side of me in a second. Well, I'll bring those out in a minute. Now, it does black and white lovely. It reminds me a little bit of a slight warm tone, very, very slight. It's not as extreme as say an Ilford kind of fibre-based warm tone paper or the gold darkroom warm tones, but it does black and white beautifully. It is a certain look. It does it absolutely stunningly. It holds the detail. It holds all this lovely detail in the jacket here. It's kept the hair detail. It's held all the lovely kind of wrinkles in the elephant here. It's done an absolutely fantastic job. Also, these blades of grasses down the front here are pin sharp. As the camera has taken them, it is absolutely stunning. Now, if I just put this one to one side for a second, I'm going to bring in the Baryta and the smooth cotton. So this is the smooth cotton print here in the middle. I'm just going to bring in the Baryta print as well, because these are very similar. Now, this is the platinum cotton on my left-hand side here, and then I've got the smooth cotton and Baryta. Now, as the Baryta is going to be a little bit more punchy because that's semi-gloss with that Baryta content. So, yes, it is going to be a little bit more punchy. So we can almost put that one to one side a little bit because we're more interested in kind of what the difference is between smooth cotton and platinum cotton. I have to say with this print, not too much to be honest. The platinum cotton is probably slightly warmer, but it's held all the lovely details and everything. It's just that white point of the paper. Now you may be able to, hopefully you can see that on camera as well, this white point that we've got here. And that can very subtly just affect things very slightly. So it is very much a personal choice, to be honest, and actually having a look. And these are both papers that are in our Fine Art Smooth test pack, so you can have a look and try them if you get that test pack as well. I think where Platinum Cotton really excels though is the landscape picture, and particularly the colour landscape as well, because it just makes everything pop. That warmer base just lifts everything very slightly, especially if you've got kind of those warmer tones in here. As we saw on the previous picture, it can just subtly kind of decrease the contrast. However, for colour, it just really does make them pop off the page, and just kind of it kind of gives it a good undercoat, shall we say, to make those colours really jump off the page. And you can see here with this print, looked absolutely fantastic, looks beautiful. I never could get tired of holding this paper as well. Same with the smooth cotton. It just holds in your hand beautifully, and it's held detail fantastically. Let's just finish up by looking at a couple of pictures. This is a street picture. Now, this is a picture we've used in the other kind of the other videos as well. I mean, traditionally we probably go for a Baryta type of paper with this, and it's held the detail lovely. It's just added that tiny little bit of warmth to it. Although it's a black and white, you get a sense that it's early in the morning, or they're kind of those golden hour times, early in the morning, or kind of just going into evening as the sun's coming down. You've got the sun coming in this direction and things. It gets you thinking about those kind of extra kind of emotions and kind of things going on in the picture that you might not have considered. And that's what a paper can do. It can add that tiny little bit of something to a print that you could have been missing. And to be honest, you might have never missed it. But once it's there, it's there. And I think with this picture, because of that warmer kind of feel, you get this idea that this little bit of kind of light, this burnt out bit down here is where the sun's coming from, and these long shadows as well. So perhaps it's going into the evening, and actually also we can just see the street lights coming on as well. So maybe it's just that sunset kind of feel. And Platinum Cotton gives you that feel because of that warmer base to it. Now also colour. So if you are into your colour photography and you want to try a paper or matte paper, and you tried smooth cotton, it's just perhaps it could just mute the colour very slightly, whereas Platinum Cotton will just make it pop a little bit more, but you will lose tiny little bit of contrast. It's an odd thing to describe, but the colours seem a bit more vibrant, but the contrast will just dip very slightly on the Platinum Cotton because of that warmer base. So it is a beautiful paper to try. Now, like I said, it comes in our Fine Art Matte Smooth test pack, and it comes along with the smooth cotton as well. So you can have a try and look at both and see which you prefer. So if you wanted to go down that 100% cotton smooth paper route, then you can't go far wrong with either the Platinum Cotton or the smooth cotton. They're both going to do an excellent job for you. It just maybe you may swing a little bit towards one or the other. Or you might not be able to decide, which is a wonderful thing to be in because you can either get either way. Both feel absolutely amazing. You're not going to be disappointed with either of them. So I hope that's given you a little bit more of an overview of what Platinum Cotton is and how it looks on different pictures, and a little bit of comparison between the smooth cotton and the Baryta as well, so we can actually see those differences hopefully. Now, as always, please don't forget to subscribe to the Fotospeed YouTube channel. Just click that subscribe button. And also don't forget to sign up to our newsletter. Just go on photospeed.com and sign up to the newsletter right at the bottom of our homepage. It will allow you to keep up to date with all the news from us here at Fotospeed, and also give you access to exclusive discounts. And this week we have a discount on the Platinum Cotton paper. So sign up to the newsletter. Also, don't forget to download the Fotospeed Art of Printing, the free ebook from us here at Fotospeed, covering everything from turning on your printer to colour management to framing to mounting to bookmaking and everything in between. Also, don't forget that we release new videos every Thursday here on the Fotospeed YouTube channel. So, as always, just click that subscribe button to keep up to date. And on that note, I'll see you next Thursday. Bye bye.